Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Legend of Bumbo. So, I tried to look up the kind of progression of how this goes, and it doesn't seem to me like, unlike the Binding of Isaac, that you're just going to have a lot of unlocks based on either losing. It doesn't seem like that happens at all. It doesn't seem like you're going to unlock things in any other way. So I think I really just have to go back to Bumbo the Stout and just get good with it, as it were. Like playing as other characters, I'm not sure it really unlocks much of anything there either. There might be a path here where if I played as the first Bumbo, I would unlock the fourth chapter, which I assume is the basement. Otherwise, the basement is its own extra chapter, which is also a possibility. So, yeah, with that aspect, there is like possibility certainly that you could win by defeating the basement several times and unlock a couple of items, but not really enough items. Okay. Can we get a match in 2 moves? Can that match be poop or teeth? No. So best case scenario would be to do this, and then I guess maybe do that. Yeah. Bumbo the Stout has extra mana that he gains each turn, but unless I'm just playing this completely wrong, which I am willing to believe I am playing this completely wrong, it doesn't feel like there's much that can happen here, and it doesn't feel like you just get roguelite elements where you would rearrange or increase your stats permanently. There is some of that in the Binding of Isaac, but it's kind of late in the game, and I just don't think that there's that much of a game here to have that kinds of elements. Let's see if we can possibly do this. Smack that guy. Smack that guy. Whack away. There is something that you unlock the game will unlock if you beat the entire game, I think. Like, if you beat the entire game with 45 coins in your possession at the end of the game, which would probably mean not buying anything at the stores, which would probably mean having just like the ultimate successful run. Just give it the flies, because, well, I'm not sure there really is a because to that. Just it's a one to pick. If only I had a teeth right here. Guess you can do that. and set yourself up for like a tooth attack here. Let's hit this one with some overkill. Let's hit this one with the booger. Split a tile in two. I'm not sure what that would really accomplish. Let's try this. If I was to split this in two, I have no idea what that did. Yeah. Color me confused. Let's try this again. Split this in two. It changed the things on the sides. I guess if we set up for more of those types of actions to happen, that would be somewhat wise, but you don't really have a lot of options around that. Let's put one here, and then put one here. Whack away on this. Whack away on this. Oops. That wasn't intentional. Take another move. Take another tooth. Okay. Split something in two. Let's see what this does. So to the left is a poop, to the right is a heart, in the middle is an energy, a P. I split it and it's two yellows on the side. So splitting a heart in two kind of makes a lot of sense. Now that I actually understand what that does. It's definitely possible that there's just a level of randomness to all of this. Just based on what item you get. So that you can't ever actually like predictably win or lose, and that this is much like the original Binding of Isaac game, a case where you are expected to put a lot of energy and time into it, and if you're not going to do that, then you're dooming yourself to a miserable time. It does become a hard sell, certainly, though, if you are a fan of Binding of Isaac, to be asked to play something that feels a little bit like Binding of Isaac but isn't quite Binding of Isaac instead. Okay. Do this, and do this and just win. I still want to also just manage my time, because it's not like the layouts carry over. So the D10 would reroll all enemies. In the regular Binding of Isaac, that might be very useful. In this case, having... Well, you know what? You take it anyways just because of we're playing as Bumbo the Stout. You don't want something that has a high requirement as a spell. So the first question certainly would be, what happens when we re-roll the boss? And nothing happens. Okay, that was a waste. But it did tell us something. Never again will we make that mistake. Split a tile in two. Is there a possible way in which that would benefit me? Kind of don't need hearts at the moment. We don't need urines. I mean, you set yourself up somewhat nicely that way by doing that. But it didn't set me up for an actual move. And if I was going to set myself up for an attack, it would have made a lot of sense to set up a 7 attack with something that would actually do damage instead of something that's just going to give me an extra couple moves. Poop. Barrier. Whack away. Whack away. Whack away. We have one move. Is there a way we can get this one move to work for us? I'm not sure. I would lean towards no. Let's see, hit that, I guess. Just so we do 1 damage and get rid of the fly. Would we get anything like super beneficial? Yeah, you set like that poop there, move that poop there. Put a poop here, and then we'll whack away, and then we'll whack away and win. Reduce the random cost of 1 spell, heal on the first turn. I will take heal on the first turn, and then the hope, I guess, would be to increase your health with a stat spin. Make that more useful. And then we'll take a gamble here. And you can't do anything with 1 penny, so that's the end of that. 15 minutes in, so far so good. It could be a little bit better. We could have taken no damage at all instead of 1 hit of damage. Alright. So these are kind of annoying enemies, and since you can reroll all enemies anyways, rerolling them makes maybe some sense, although I did just also increase the amount of damage I think these enemies would take by rerolling. Although maybe I didn't really, because it's very possible that you would have taken 2 hits to kill the enemies anyways. Alright. That's shocking, actually, that the match did that. I would have thought the match would have only done 1 hit. Okay. I'm gonna take this out. And then feels like what this game should do, and I've seen this in other games, is it should probably blink a little hint as to what should be smashed or removed, because there probably is like a really good answer always, and I'm just not seeing it. See, and that only did 1 damage. Is there something here I really want to split, or should I just like make a poop? Splitting that's not terrible. 1 there. Whack away on that. They're resistant to that spell. Interesting. Okay, whatever we got, I think our best bet is to do this to get 2 moves back. Do this to get 1 attack. Just gonna split the hearts as much as possible to try and get like a 7 heart. Yeah, and my only hope with potentially getting a 7 heart combo would be that would unlock a soul heart for me. Which that's not 100% believable. Okay. Put a poop here. We'll try this whack. Interesting. They just resist it. But they did push that poop back. So I am just having to do this the hard way. Okay. Eat the poop there. Place the poop there. And hitting the guy backwards probably is worth it. It stops them from attacking, at least. We still would need one more heart to do 7. One down, and I guess that means I can now like focus some more. Let's see. Split that in 2. Take another move. Take some poop. But you still have this weird situation where it doesn't 100% feel like you're interesting. I'm gonna just straight up miss here and put another poop here. Okay. It doesn't quite feel like you... I shouldn't really be doing anything, but we'll do that. Again, I'll just miss. Like, they can move forward once, but it doesn't quite feel like that is the way things go. Alright. So we've got 7 of hearts here. The hope is this would give us a soul heart. Which it did. Okay. So was that worth all that extra time? Probably. Like, soul hearts cannot really be underestimated. Let's go ahead and throw that. Would it be worth it in any way to continue down this path though and go for another soul heart? I don't think so. That would be pretty grindy at that point. And time management still is always a key, so That has become my new catchphrase, I guess, if anything. It's not particularly great. 50% chance to dodge next attack. Let's reroll all enemies. Well, it seemed to reroll the enemies into flying enemies otherwise. It doesn't seem like there's anywhere as diverse of enemy pool as there is in the current version of Binding of Isaac. Probably should be attacking the ground people, come to think of it. Which is best? Probably that. Let's just get rid of this enemy because it seems like teeth might just have a chance of doing double damage. Back away. You whack at the other guy and kill him. Or at least damage that guy. And see, that was weird because that hit the guy on the ground first when I thought it would have hit the person on the air first. It is weird because you basically have this situation where there probably is one or two options. I could either do this or I could do this. This is probably better. And it doesn't feel like there's a guarantee that of the options, any of them are actually going to be good. But there's a small chance they might be good. Okay. Split tile in two. As crazy as it may sound, it probably is wise just to keep on splitting those hearts. Try and get as many soul hearts as possible. In the regular Binding of Isaac, there definitely would have been an achievement around getting like 6 soul hearts. Or you potentially would have even unlocked a character getting 6 soul hearts. Knock that guy back. Knock that guy back. 50% chance to dodge. And we've got 2 moves. More poop to get more. Probably fine to just keep knocking them back, since you lose your mana at the end of the turn anyways. Okay. This is going to be somewhat dangerous, but I think we have enough hearts here to start working towards a heart solution. Like if we did that, and then we did that, and then we did that, This is not quite a combo, is it? Let's see what we can destroy to possibly bring about some more attack items. Alright, well, another 6 or another 7? Actually, this is just another 6, isn't it? So we gotta make other combos first. We were gonna do 7. Or we've got to be able to split some more. Have like 1, 2, 3 on this side and 1, 2 on this side. So I needed one more. That would have just been a 6, which probably would not give you a soul heart, if I was to guess. But that does leave us in this weird position where now I just can't do it. Like, the real move is to just not take damage and just win. As much fun as that may have been. Alright, re-roll. Okay. Can we get any match here? Not so much. Teeth attacks don't always do double damage. Alright. Boop. Let's block, I guess, this guy. Because that guy seems like he might have a curse. Boop. Let's block this guy since that's a big thing we can do. Whack away on this one. We can do whack away on this one. We can do whack away on this one. Hit that guy. Okay. Probably nothing there. Maybe something there. We can at least get an attack here to work on this guy. I mean, kill this guy and take this hit is probably your best bet. Because, yeah, that sucks certainly, but there really wasn't any other option. And we are just looking, I guess, for teeth matches more than anything. That way we can split a tile in two. That is not what I meant to do. Oops. Alright. So it is teeth matches all the way, I guess, is this strategy. So if I can move towards that, where I got teeth matches and then that split things into two, and that let me then see, this guy in the middle has kind of this curse effect on him. Okay. Teeth. More teeth. Can we get anything here? I guess I got lucky there. We can now whack away that guy. Stick him in the background and possibly whack away this guy to stick them in the background. Which do we want to get rid of? Probably the least amount of teeth. We'll split that. Get this guy, get rid of him, and now I'm cursed. Split. This, well, that turned into curse. Did not realize that was what was going to happen. Don't split wilds, obviously. So I'm both trying to get matches here to do damage and trying to align all of the 7 hearts together. Okay. I think I can do it if I do this and this. Match that. Match that. Match that. makes sense to just buy yourself time here. I guess these enemies are just not as bad as it might have seemed, because you can really manipulate them. Aw, darn it. All that setup though, I should have missed. Flip a row of tiles, extra reward at the end of combat. Now we're fighting a new enemy, Dusk. High damage scares him. This is an enemy also that we just... there's no equivalent character in the Binding of Isaac that I've ever seen. Which that's not really saying enough, because there very possibly is a lot of... There's very possibly 2 or 3 extra characters in the Binding of Isaac I haven't seen, since I haven't played the newest content. I'd assume we're going for poop here. Just poop to whack. And just... So he does this like Doom thing on us. Rerolling enemies didn't do anything, which I didn't expect it to. Three damage still does just like 3 damage. Split this in 2. Then move this, I guess, this way. I guess we're probably just trying to get extra moves. Extra moves, extra combos, chance to dodge. Super likely. Now with 50% on top of 50%, which is either 75% or 100%, depending on how they would want to compound percentages. And again, I guess it would make some sense to try and work towards a solution. And there is obviously like a speed factor as far as your stats that sometimes lets the enemy attack you twice in a row. Which, that doesn't feel particularly fair. Right. Another poop. Another whack away. Another whack away. I can't use split tile in 2 because he doomed me there. So I have to end the turn. So just attack with 1. And that's all I need, is just like 1 damage through 1 match this turn. And I don't have it. So do this, set up, he'll hit the poop, but then he hits me there. And you don't get full health when you defeat a boss, just get a bunch of coins. May gain movement off kills with the AA battery or reduce spell cost at random. We will take the AA battery for sure. Everything tells me I should just see if I seek out more health. Spell damage up. I guess is not quite the same as everything else. Let's gamble. There we go, we won a trinket. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays. And then reroll a spell cost. Is there something here we'd like to reroll the spell cost on? That worked. So we're into the halls of Belial. Now we've made it to this far once before. And so it is just a trinket at the bottom. You can't really look at it. If we were to reroll the enemies, I don't know if that really was better. Do this and this to start. One damage, start in the middle, I guess. Another damage, start in the middle. Let's see if Black Way hurts these guys. Nope. It doesn't. Get that out of the way so we can then take this guy out. Yep, and we will just go for more and more hearts. Poops don't mean anything, so it does make sense to work towards boogers first. Okay. So I'm looking for a place where I can just destroy 4 things I really don't care about. And I guess I'll go with that. I probably am somewhat doomed here, though. And I have to be realistic. You've got 3 enemies with a lot of damage and a lot of speed. And I just don't see a way that you would have been powered up enough to get past this in this run. Even if I had saved up a bunch of health, there's not enough there. It's as if I'm just not playing the strategy well at all. Like, I just don't even understand it. So whack this guy away. Yeah, I just lost. And like a retry is not going to start you at the beginning. There's no checkpointing there. So yeah, I'm not getting this. I really am not. I guess what the move to do is to just play again as the first Bumbo. That's the only thing I can think of. And in a couple of other games I've covered, I've had to say one more run. Let's do this a certain number of times and then give up. Particularly, I've done that in Binding of Isaac and in previous series in which I've covered Binding of Isaac. I think that might be what we have to do here too. The percentage of win ratios is not particularly high looking at the achievements on The Legend of Bumbo, and it may very well be that there's just a way too much randomness in this game compared to the Binding of Isaac, where there's very little random, and that is creating a scenario where potentially we would have 5, 6, 7, 10 losses in a row, which is too high of a loss ratio in a row. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to call a number yet. I'm not going to say 5 more runs with the first Bumbo, but I am going to say we are at the point of thinking like that, where we may never even get past chapter 3, let alone chapter 4, let alone a basement to the game, because I don't know if I can really improve my strategy when the strategy is really just making match 3s. Anyways, I'm going to end this episode a little earlier than the others. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.